My nephew was 12 the very first time my brother gave him the talk. Not the birds and the bees, the one where he told him what to do if he was ever stopped by the police. He said, keep your hands visible, don't talk back, don't reach for anything even if they ask you to. And then he said something I'll never forget. If something happens, I want to know that you did everything you could to make it back home. That's the day I realized my brother was afraid of something bigger than failure. He was afraid of his son not making it back home. And that fear, it shows up different across the diaspora. Because while we may speak different languages, Pidgin, Creole, Twi, Patois, Ebonics, when blue lights flash behind you, we all speak fear fluently. If you were born and raised in America, you probably learned to tense up when a cop walks behind you in Target. Even when you didn't steal anything. Even when you're just holding a bottle of lotion on your phone. You learn not to look suspicious, whatever that means. If you're African, fresh off the plane, first generation, proudly accented, you might not understand the tension right away. You may think we don't fear police back home like this. But it won't take long, because you'll start to notice. You're still black in their eyes. You're still a potential threat. A match the description. A traffic stop turn trial. We all have different instincts. Some of us grab our phones and go live. Some of us grab our breath and go quiet. Some of us start talking fast, trying to be charismatic, disarming or agreeable. Not out of confidence, but survival. Because history has told us, if you're charming enough, maybe you'll make it to dinner. Now, there's a version of this where you see your dad's name on caller ID and don't answer because you're being pulled over and you don't want your voice to shake in front of him. There's also a version where your mom texts you, "Where are you?" and instead of telling her you're stuck in traffic, you say, "I'll call you in a few," because you don't want her to hear the cop outside your window, because you don't want her to panic, because you know that even a single stop can go sideways fast. And then there are the culture contrasts. The Caribbean cousin who says, "Why are you acting scared? They're just police." The African uncle who says, "In my day, we feared soldiers, not this." And you sit there thinking, I envy you. I envy your misunderstanding. Because once you know what this feels like, you can't unknow it. Now, some of us pray, some of us shut down, some of us plan what we'll say. Some of us write our names on paper and leave it in the glove box just in case. Some of us have already rehearsed how we want to be remembered, not because we're being dramatic, but because we're black. And being black in public, especially in the presence of state power, requires strategy. And I know this isn't a trauma contest. It's not a pity poem either. It's a mirror, especially for my Caribbean and African friends who are just seeing this for the first time. To say, you're not paranoid, you're not overreacting, you're not crazy. You've inherited a set of survival codes your body remembers even when your mind wants peace. So before I go, if you're black and listening to this, wherever you are in the diaspora, I want you to know it's okay to feel that shift in your chest. That moment when respectability doesn't feel like enough, when silence doesn't feel safe, when doing everything right still feels like it might not save you. We're not broken. We're not weak either. We're just awake. Different cultures, different instincts, same prayer. Let me get home. Let's move.